Alrighty. How's it going, everyone? Okay, I'm waiting here for just a second for a few more people to join, and yeah, so go ahead and put in the chat. I like to ask just a quick question to get to know people. What brand of ukulele do you have? I have an Oscar Schmidt by Washburn. Go ahead and let me know what brand do you have. Awesome. And I think there is a little bit of delay between. I think I'm like 20 to 30 seconds ahead of you guys, which kind of stinks because I would love to respond to your comments immediately, but I'll try and just get to those while we're going. So looks like I've got Enya, Fuller, Fine, awesome, a lot of different stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and get started today. So this is our first weekly live jam session and skills lesson. So I came up with this idea this week and I decided let's just try it and see how it goes. And if it goes well today, then I'll keep doing it. This will be a weekly thing where we just come together on this live video and we just jam. We play some songs and I'll teach a few tips and if you guys want to keep coming, we can keep doing that every week. So the idea with the weekly jam session is we play songs that we've previously learned together. So in Club Ukulele, we're all learning a song every month together, right? So we're going to slowly build up this library of songs that we know. And so I thought it'd be fun in these weekly jam sessions to play those songs with like a play along track, that has drums and bass and things like that. And so that's kind of the idea. Now, this is obviously the first month of Club Ukulele, so we don't have a library of songs yet, but I have a few that I've already made, and so we'll just play those, and they're not too hard to learn. And then we'll also do a skills lesson. So I'll teach you some sort of skill that will help you that month with the song that we're learning. And in the future, I'd like to do some like giveaways and activities that just kind of make it more fun. I don't have a lot of that today, but we'll get there. So that's kind of my vision for what the weekly jam sessions are. So if you guys think this is a good idea, if you think I should continue to do this every week, let me know by just liking the video. If we get a lot of likes on the video, then I know like, okay, let's keep doing these. That will be really helpful for me. Oh yeah, and of course, the purpose is mostly just hang out, have fun while improving at the ukulele. Just something you can show up to and just kind of enjoy playing the uke because that's what it's all about. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to make my picture here a little smaller so you can see. We're going to be playing the song Happier by Ed Sheeran. This is a really fun one, especially when we play it with the play along track. And it's really not too hard to learn. We're going to talk about 5 tips to immediately strum better. So these are just some things that you can implement right away that should help you, because strumming really is tricky for a lot of us. I think it's a really important thing to practice. Then we're going to play the song Drop Baby Drop, which is just a really fun, it's like an Islander song, and I love it. I think you'll like it a lot. And if we still have more time, I've got some others that we can play, but that's just kind of the plan for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and I just wanted to explain really quickly what we have here at Ukulele with Andre, because a lot has been changing this last month, and so I want to make sure it's not too ambiguous, that it's kind of like clear what everyone has. So first we have Club Ukulele, which is free. Okay, so it's free to join, and my vision for Club Ukulele is that this is something that just goes across the world. If you play ukulele, I want you to join Club Ukulele. And what we do is we learn one song a month. I put out a tutorial so that we can all learn that same song together. And so this month we're learning Free Falling. And then we also do a monthly challenge, like if you want to, just a fun thing like taking your uke on an adventure. That's this month's. And then we'll also start having these weekly live jam sessions. That's part of Club Ukulele. You can just show up and play. So that's kind of my vision. So if you want to join that, if you haven't already, that's you can go to ukulelewithandre.com/club or just look at the link in the description and join. We'd love to have you and participate, with us every month, learning songs together and just building a community of people who enjoy ukulele and are kind of learning and improving together. So I also have Ukulele with Andre Premium membership. So this is for those who are like really wanting to accelerate their learning and improving at the uke, as well as kind of having a more... Club Ukulele is a really big community, where Premium is more of a smaller community, so you get to meet people a little bit better. So it does cost $19.99 per month. And my goal with this is I wanted to give you the value of having like the same value that you would get from having an in-person teacher, but for way, way cheaper. And so, if you were having an in-person teacher, you'd be paying $200 to $400 a month. I wanted to give you that same amount of value for just like $20 a month. So you get 2 to 4 live group practice sessions. That's over Zoom. Those are really, really fun. We've had a few now, and it's just been really good for me to meet people, and I can see them, progressing. You also get 6 in-depth tutorial videos for the Song of the Month. So when we do the Song of the Month, I put out 1 tutorial for everyone, but premium members get 6 additional ones that kind of break the song down into pieces. So like we do a whole video on chords and just drilling the chords, getting those down, strumming pattern, strumming and singing at the same time. And with premium membership, you get a surprise. So I'm not actually going to tell you what it is yet. This is coming in the next few weeks, but I'm going to be adding a really, really cool new thing to premium membership. So just look out for that in the future. So if you're interested in joining that, there is a free trial. And the whole idea of a free trial is like, if you're interested but on the fence, not really sure, do the free trial. That's the idea, is just sign up so that you can go watch the videos, come to a live group practice session. We have 2 next week. See what it's like, and if you like it, you can stay, and if you don't, you can always cancel and not pay anything. So definitely encourage you to try the free trial, and the link is in the description for that. Okay, so I just wanted to explain that so that it was clear for everyone. Let's go ahead and just start off by playing this song, Happier. Before we jump into it, because there is a little bit of a lag, your guys' comments are a little bit, well, I'm like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, ahead in the future. I wanted to ask this question now so I could read the comments a little bit later. What do you struggle most with strumming? What makes strumming tricky for you? So go ahead and put that in the chat. So hopefully I can read a few things and maybe answer some questions, and just put that in while we're doing this song here. Okay, so let's learn Happier. I just wanted to play a little section for you so you can hear what it sounds like in case you don't know the song, and then we'll review the chords and play it. So this is what it sounds like. Ain't nobody hurt you like I hurt you, but ain't nobody love you like I do. Promise that I will not take it personal, baby, if you're moving on with someone new. 'Cause baby, you look happier, you do. My friends told me one day I'll feel it too, and until then I'll smile and hide the truth that I know I was happier with you. Alright, that's what it sounds like, but I promise you it sounds way cooler when we add drums and bass, which is what we're going to do in just a second. Alright, I'm now starting to see some of these comments come in, so these are great. Keep them coming. Okay, let's look at the chords now. So, the first chord in this song is an A minor. I play it with my middle finger, and it's the 2nd fret top string. So 2, 0, 0, 0. And 2 just means 2nd fret on that top string, and then 0, 0, 0 meaning you don't press down any of the frets. So that's an A minor. The next chord is an F. So all you do is you just add on your index finger here, 2nd fret, 2nd string. That's an F. And the last chord, there's only 3 chords, which is really nice, pretty easy song, is a C. So 0, 0, 0, 3. I play this with my ring finger. Awesome. All right, those are the chords. Now let's look at the strumming pattern. So the strumming pattern for the verse is super easy. We literally just do 1 down strum per chord. So that's what we do for the verse. And then for the pre-chorus and the chorus, we speed it up a little bit, but we just do, we just hit it 4 times. So. And you will notice that, so A minor and F, we play them, we strum 4 times for each chord. And then C is actually 2 measures, so we strum it 8 times. That's how that works. Okay, let's go ahead and try this out. Now, this is, you guys just barely learned this song, so you may not be able to play it perfectly yet. That's okay. Cut yourself some slack. We'll probably, play it in future weeks. And so, it may not be perfect today, but mostly it's just about having fun. So let's just have fun. Okay, and it does start really quick here. So just be ready. We're going to start off with that A minor chord. And I'm actually not going to play it because I'm already playing it in the video. I'm just going to sing it. But you can try and play it and sing it, or if that's too much, just play it. Here we go. Walking down 29th and Park, I saw you in another's arms. Only a month we've been apart. You look happier. Saw you walk inside a bar. He said something to make you laugh. I saw that both your smiles were twice as wide as ours. Yeah, you look happier, you do. Ain't nobody hurt you like I hurt you, but ain't nobody love you like I do. Promise that I will not take it personal, baby, if you're moving on with someone. Told me one day I'll feel it too, and until then I'll smile and hide the truth that I know I was happier with you. Sat in the corner of the room, everything's reminding me of you. Nursing an empty bottle and telling myself you're happier, aren't you? Well, ain't nobody hurt you like I hurt you, but ain't nobody need you like I do. I know that there's others that deserve you, baby, but my darling, I'm still in love with you. But I guess you look happier, you do. My friends told me one day I'll feel it too, and I could try and smile and hide the truth that I know I was happier fall for someone new. But if he breaks your heart like lovers do, just know that I'll be waiting here for you. All right, that was awesome. Great job. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever done this before. It's the first time I've ever tried to put, video up here, on a live video where we're all trying to play it together. So it would be really helpful for me if you put in the chat, how did that go? Were you able to play it? Are you struggling? Because, obviously you just learned this. It would be totally normal to struggle a little bit the first time you play it. Was it fun? Let me know. This will be super helpful so that I can prove these in the future. And if we want to, we may have time at the end to play it again if everyone was like, yeah, that would have been fun, but I was struggling. So we'll just have to see about that. Okay, we have some good comments coming in. Patty says, can't see strumming of uke because your pic is over the picture of the uke playing. Oh, true. I'm sorry about that. My bad. I should have made my picture a little bit smaller so you could see that. Okay, that's great. It looks like a lot of people are enjoying that. And I think playing with a play-along track is just really fun. And I'm going to be making a lot more of these in the future. And for free falling, for learning free falling this month, we're not going to play it in the weekly live streams yet because we're all learning it. But next month, I'm going to have that play-along track come out, and you can play it. If you're a premium member, you actually already get access to that. You can play it with it right now, but that won't go public until this month is over. So, awesome. Well, I'm glad that went well. Okay, so I'm going to go back up here really quick and look at some of the comments here about strumming. Okay, so chucking between strokes, absolutely. That's a really awesome skill to learn. Switching chords, definitely super important. Being able to switch chords quickly makes a huge difference being able to play. Hard to get my fingers on the right strings. Yeah, it can be at the beginning. Your fingers kind of seem to be falling all over the place, and it's like, why can't they just find the chord? Not sure whether to use my thumb or index finger. Yeah, that's a great question. You can kind of use both. It depends on what you're doing. I would say to that one, if you're doing a song that has down and up strums, I like to use my finger for that. Because for me, up strums with my thumb is pretty tough. I still do it sometimes, but... And that's not the case for everyone. Some people like it. So for me, I really like using my thumb for down strums, because you can make like a really nice tone. But if I'm doing down and up strums, I use my index finger. But it's kind of just up to you. There's a lot of different ways to strum, and they make slightly different sounds, and so you can just kind of, do whatever sound you're going for. Coordinating the strum with the beat, absolutely. Definitely a very common thing to struggle with. So awesome. Okay, well, hopefully some of these tips will help you. I wish these tips would completely solve all of strumming for you guys, but it won't. But hopefully these things will be helpful to you. They are some really quick things that you can start using that should help. Okay, so let's look at them. I'm going to make my picture a little bigger here. All right, so tip number 1, practice hitting the strings evenly. So this is really simple, but a lot of times it's pretty common to get our fingers caught in the strings when we play. You're playing and it makes it kind of sounds like this. And often, you'll hit your finger way up here, not even getting the finger down, and it kind of hurts. So that's pretty common at the beginning. And what I have to say to that is it's a simple matter of practicing, taking the time to drill that, because usually we don't. Usually we just skip it when we just jump right in and start trying to learn a song. And there's so much going on with the song, it's really helpful to just take some time, this is the drill that I like to do. It's called Strum Reset. So basically what I do, I'm going to strum with my index finger right now. So try this. I'm going to get my finger ready right here. And I'm going to take a lot of time to think about it. And then I'm just going to do one simple strum. And I'm really focusing on hitting the strings with the tip of my fingernail and getting an even strum. So all the strings are kind of being hit evenly. So I just strum and reset. And strum and reset. And I'm just taking a lot of time to think about it because, usually when you're playing a song, you don't take that time. And so your hand never really gets good at this. And if you do it enough times, what happens is your brain will just start to get it down. Your hand will just kind of be able to feel, oh, this is what it feels like. So then you don't have to think about it anymore. And you can worry about playing the song. So the strum reset drill is really helpful. And then if you've done that for a while and you want to improve it a little bit more, then I just do, I just play a bunch of strums in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm still really focusing on getting a nice even strum. I'm just playing a little faster now. Okay, this is simple. This is really simple stuff. Okay, I just saw this question come in. Can we use a finger pick? Yes, absolutely. And you can still do this drill for that, because learning how to hold that pick right and kind of having the right amount of give, might take a little bit of practice. I know when I first started playing with pick, a lot of times I'd be playing and it would just fly right out of my hand, and so just getting used to what that feels like. Okay, so this is just a really simple tip. And often we kind of look over it because it's a little bit more boring to do these drills, but they are really effective, and it is something that I do when I'm practicing a new type of strumming. All right, the second tip. The second tip is to clamp the uke down with your arm. So this is what that means. So when you're holding the ukulele, first you want to put it flat against your body and hold it at a 45-degree angle, not horizontal. 45-degree angle. And then what you do is with your right arm, you want to clamp it against your body. So you just, I just put it right here on the corner of the ukulele, and I push against my body. And then on this side, I'm also kind of pushing to kind of counterbalance it. That will keep the ukulele really, really secure. This is really important for strumming because you may be able to hold the uke by just putting it on your lap, which is fine, but you still want to clamp it down because if you're not clamping it down, if your arm is just free on this side, every time you switch chords, it's just going to kind of fall. And so if you keep it clamped, that will keep the ukulele much more secure even when you're moving your arm, quite a bit strumming. So that is, I think, a really, really important thing to do when strumming. All right, next, don't strum over the sound hole. So on guitar, you're supposed to strum right here over the sound hole. And so I think a lot of times ukulele players, when they're new, just think, oh, that's where I'm supposed to strum. But look at this. Ukuleles are much smaller than guitars. And so if I'm holding this here and I'm strumming over the sound hole, look at my wrist. I'm not clamping the uke down anymore, or at least I kind of am, but it's with my wrist, which is way less secure. And so what you want to do is you clamp down with your arm, and where does your hand naturally land? Mine lands right here. So this is where I strum, right here, which seems a little counterintuitive. When I first started doing that, I was like, am I doing this right? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? But yeah, you can strum right here over the fretboard. That's fine. That's very normal for ukulele. I usually it's right there. And it's going to look a little bit different for everyone because ukes are different sizes, and obviously our arms are slightly different sizes, but mostly you want to clamp it down wherever your hand ends up. That's where you want to strum. All right? All right. Tip number 4, strum with your wrist, not your arm. So what we don't want to do is strum like this, because I'm hitting the string so hard, and it kind of jars the ukulele around, and doesn't really create a very nice sound. It's a little less secure because my arm here that's clamping the uke down is moving so much, it doesn't it doesn't stay nearly as secure. So what you want to do is you want most of the movement to come from your wrist. You can move your arm a little bit, but you want it mostly to just be nice, like up and down, fluid motion here. Now, it may be a little bit different if you're using your thumb. Sometimes you may use more of just your finger, so you don't have to use your wrist a ton. That's fine. That's okay. If you're using, your finger, you're just going to be pretty heavy with the wrist. There we go. All right. The last tip. This one's a little bit more complicated, but I think it is really helpful. It's going to be helpful for you guys. So let me know, put this in the chat, if you have had this experience. You're trying to learn a song, you know the chords, but no matter what you do, your strumming pattern just doesn't sound good with it. You can't find a strumming pattern that works with the song. This is a pretty common thing, and it's frustrating. It's like, this song should be easy to play, but for some reason, this strumming pattern just doesn't fit the song. So what I'm going to teach you here is the 3 strumming patterns that always work. So one of these 3 should work with basically every song. I can't say it will work with every single song because there's a lot of different songs out there, but most of the time, if you use one of these strumming patterns, one of them will work. So, and the reason is because almost all songs are either in, the time signature is either 4/4, 3/4, or 6/8. So you don't actually need to know that. You don't need to know the time signature of the song. That might be helpful, but you can also just try these different strumming patterns, whichever one works, then just play that one. So for 4/4, this is a really good strumming pattern. There's a lot of different strumming patterns you can use for 4/4, but this is the most common one. It's called the island strumming pattern. So it's down, down, up, down, up. So do this with me. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. All right, so if the song's in 4/4, this strumming pattern will most likely sound pretty good. All right, next, for 3/4, you can do this one. So the way we count it is 1 and 2 and 3 and down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And you'll notice here that because we're playing it, this one right after another, you play these 3 and then you immediately play these next 2, so you do end up playing 5 strums in a row. Okay, so question here. I start with a pattern and eventually end up reverting back to only down, down, down. That makes sense, and I think it takes a little bit of time to when trying to get rhythm down, there is always a rough period. This is what I've learned. There's this period of time when it feels like I'm never going to be able to do this. My hand just can't do this. I can't handle playing this rhythm, while singing or something like that. And that's totally normal to feel. I feel it sometimes when I'm learning a new tricky strumming pattern. But I've learned this. It goes away. If you're willing to kind of push through that struggle of your brain developing the muscle memory, it will start to click. And so it is a little bit painful and frustrating. And I think that is normal, that point that you make, that you kind of revert back. We tend to revert back to the strumming patterns that we know. Because once we get comfortable with the strumming pattern, our brain, once it's in our muscle memory, that's the strumming pattern we want to play. So learning a new one can be kind of tough because I've felt that too, where I revert back to the strumming patterns that I'm comfortable with. So that's a great point. All right, last one is 6/8. So the way you count 6/8 is 1 2 3 1 2 3 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Or I guess the numbers I put here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's kind of like a waltz. At least I think that's what a waltz is like. I'm not really a big dancer, but that's what it sounds like to me. So the way you play it is just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So a lot of songs use this. If you know the song "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran, so I found love for me. So that's really common. So if you're playing a song, can't find a strumming pattern that works, try one of these. So you may want to just take a screenshot of this, or if you guys want, let me know in the chat. I could probably just send you an image of this, like in an email afterward, so that you can reference it later. So hopefully that's helpful. Also, I just want to say, like, there's always more than one way to play a song. There's not one strumming pattern. There's a lot of different things that work. So I just kind of picked, like, here's some basic strumming patterns that work for each time signature. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to move on to playing Drop Baby Drop. I'm really excited for this. This song is going to be probably a little bit more tricky than Happier, but hopefully we can get it down. But first, I just wanted to ask, we've got a new month coming up in about 2 weeks. So I'm interested, what song do you guys want to learn in the month of May for our Club Ukulele song? If you have any ideas, just put them in there. Obviously, we can only learn one song. And I'm going to be asking this probably in the next few days. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get as many ideas as possible, and then I'll choose a song, and hopefully a lot of people enjoy it. And if not, I think it's also good to learn songs that you're like not familiar with. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the chat what song you want to learn. Let's start learning Drop Baby Drop. Okay, it sounds like this. Let me just play a quick clip from the video so you can hear what it sounds like. It's a pretty fun song. I'm just pulling this up real quick.
How does it tango? With every little move that you make. I love it like a mango. We can make it every day. I want you to drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Drop all your love on me, drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Drop 'cause I'm hungry. My nights would be so lonely.
All right, there we go. There's just a quick little clip so you could hear what it sounds like. It is pretty fun to play. So let's look at the chords now. So the first chord is an A. So this is 2, 1, 0, 0. Play with my middle finger and my index finger. All right. The next chord is an E6. Sounds like a complicated chord, but these are actually pretty easy. So you're just going to bar all 4 strings on the 4th fret. Okay, so to bar, I just put my finger flat against the strings, and then I put my middle finger on top to kind of reinforce it. It makes it a little easier to press it down. That's just what's comfortable for me. All right, E6, and then the next chord, we literally just move down one fret to the 3rd fret. And the next chord, we just do it again. Move down another fret. So we just go to the 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. And then the last chord is an E7. So this one is a little bit more tricky. So it's 1, 2, 0, 2. So I do my index finger, middle finger, ring finger. and my hand it's turned like this. I'm resting the neck of the ukulele right here in the crook of my hand, and so that's what makes it easier. If you're trying to play this upright like this, where your fingers are vertical, that's going to be really hard to play this chord. You want your hand to kind of be turned. Okay, so let's just review that here again. We have A, and then bar the 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, and then E7. All right, here's the strumming pattern. Down, 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 down. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through every chord here. So starting with an A, down, down, down. Then we go to the 4th fret, down, down, and on the last strum, we move to the 3rd fret, down, and then we move to the 2nd fret. So this E flat 6, when we're barring the 3rd fret, we only strum that once, and then we move to D6, and then E7. Let me know in the chat how you're doing with this. Are you getting this down, or is it still a little bit of a struggle? And meanwhile, I'm just going to practice a little bit so I can wait to see what the chat says. Okay, so just practice it. And in the actual song, I am playing a slightly different strumming pattern, and I apologize for that. I wanted to give you guys a simpler strumming pattern than the one I was doing. Because not everyone's going to be able to play this, especially the first time. But if you do want to learn this, just go to the video after this. It's there on YouTube, and I do teach it really quickly there. So, okay. Got a question. Say again, which one is the one with the only stroke? It's the 3rd fret. So the 3rd chord with only one stroke. So A, down, down, down. 4th fret, down, down, down. So Pete's question, how many strums per chord? 3 strums per chord, but it's a little bit different with the E6 and the E flat 6. So with the E6 we just do 2, and then E flat 6 we just do 1. So essentially, I wish I had have written this out a little bit better. This chord plays these 2 strums. This chord plays this strum, and then we just move on to each. All the rest of the chords just play all of them, if that makes sense. So. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and try this. It may not be perfect, but that's okay. We'll play it more in the future. Let me pull this up. Okay, here we go. Pretty fast.
My heart does a tango with every little move that you make. drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Drop 'cause I'm hungry. My nights would be so lonely. If ever you should choose to go, I'd live just like a zombie. With very little love to show. I want you to drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Drop all your love on me, drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Drop 'cause I'm hungry. Who loves you, pretty baby? Who's gonna help you through the night? Who loves you, pretty mama? Who's always there to make it right? Who loves you? Who loves you, pretty baby? Who's gonna love you, mama? Drop, baby, drop. My heart does a tango with that little move that you make. I love it like a mango. We can make it every day. I want you to drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Drop all your love on me, drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Drop 'cause I'm hungry.
All right, let me know how that one went. That was pretty fast and a lot of different chords there. So let me know in the chat how you guys are doing and if you liked the song. I love that song. I think it's just such a fun song. Alrighty. So I'm just going to Awesome. Well, yeah, keep practicing that song on your own, or we'll also just we'll play it, next week probably. So, or at least in future weeks, so we can eventually start to get these down. Okay, so we are running out of time. We're gonna have to finish up here, but I just want to say a few things first. First question: should we do a jam session every week? Let me know. Do you like these? We'll have different songs. We will repeat some songs. It's not gonna be the same songs every week. We will, repeat some. I can't, I can't make enough of these to do new songs every time. But if you like doing jam sessions, let me know. If you have any suggestions, also let me know. But I had a really fun time, and I think it'd be fun to continue to do these every week. Okay, I just wanted to end. Let's see. Oh, okay. If you want to be notified about these, so that you know that they're coming, I will send them out through email. So if that's good for you, great. I'll always do some reminders through email, but sometimes you don't always see them, and so subscribing to the YouTube channel is also a really good way to do this. Make sure that you hit the bell notification, which looks like this. And the reason for that is because if you subscribe, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be notified. If you hit the bell notification, you're telling YouTube, I want to know when these live sessions are. So always let me know when they're happening. So you'll get a notification on your phone or whatever if you have YouTube on your phone. So that's a really good thing. And then I also just wanted to highlight again these live group practice sessions that are available to premium members. They have been just a really great experience. So we just do a Zoom call. This is just a little screenshot, and some of you I can see in the chat were on this Zoom call. It's been really fun for me to get to know you, and I think it's been really helpful to have kind of more of that direct where we can actually talk to each other, and I can get feedback. And we're making a lot of progress with this song Free Falling, learning it pretty well. So yeah, we're having two of these next week. So if you are interested in premium, I really encourage you to go sign up. Go to the link in the description, start the free trial, come to the live group practice session next week just to see how it is. And then you can know if premium is really going to be right for you or not. And if another thing is, sometimes I worry when I sign up for free trials, like, am I really ready to spend that 14 days right now? Which I totally understand that, but I'm like pretty easy going with this. So it's like, if you sign up for 14-day free trial and you ended up not really spending that much time on it and you need to extend it a little bit, just send me an email and like I'll let you, I'll extend it a little bit for you so you can actually like take the time to do that. So thank you so much for coming today. I had an absolute blast. I think we're going to have a good time doing this in the future. So next week, we'll do it again, most likely Friday. I may start switching these to Thursday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, just because it seems like that's a time when a lot of people are available. Yeah, no, sorry. Next week will be Friday. It will be Friday because we're doing the live practice session Thursday. So, yeah, I hope that you can make it. Thank you so much for coming. If anyone has some questions, you can just put them in the chat, and I'll just stick around for a little bit to answer them. But that is the end of our session today. All right, let's see. Robert here says, good jam. It's ukulele, not ukulele. You're right. You're right. That is the real way to say it. It is ukulele. I just grew up saying ukulele, so it just feels weird to me to say ukulele, even though I know that's the real way to say it. Is there a tutorial for the fingerstyle for Drop Baby Drop? I haven't made one. I think you can find one though. Ukulele Underground, I believe. He's also a ukulele teacher on YouTube. Really good. If you do Ukulele Underground, Drop Baby Drop. I think he does a nice fingerstyle for that. Awesome. All right, looks like a lot of people are enjoyed it today, so I'm excited. I think, yeah, I'm feeling good about this. I think we're going to keep doing them. What was the name of the last song? So we did Happier by Ed Sheeran, and we did Drop Baby Drop. Enjoyed it a lot, even though I could barely keep up. That's good to know. It is kind of tough. It's tough because we're all on slightly different skill levels. I like to gear it towards beginners, but then also give resources for like those who are a little bit more advanced, who want to kind of go ahead and learn a little bit more. Karen, I'm interested in premium. I just don't know that I'm ready. Okay. Don't know that I'm ready, meaning not sure if you're ready to like try out the 14 days right now because of timing, or not sure if you're good enough at the ukulele. What do you mean by that? In terms of my ability. Okay. Yeah, I think the whole idea with premium is to give you extra help. And so I do think it is helpful for beginners. That's kind of the idea with these these Zoom practice sessions. We go a little bit more in depth with practicing, and so it can be really good for beginners. That is the idea. And with the surprise coming to premium next week, it's going to be even better for beginners. So, well, I don't know for sure if it's going to be next week. It's going to be soon. So, is there a chord and strumming diagrams to look at when we practice? For these songs, So what I'll usually do, I've explained this before. I can't create PDFs, unfortunately, because of copyright. But what I will do is I will link in the description of YouTube videos and tutorials and things like that. I'll always try and link to a place that does display all of the words and chords there. I mean, obviously I display it in the video, but I always like to link to a place that just kind of has it listed there. Drop Baby Drop doesn't have that, unfortunately. I looked everywhere, at least with the chords that I was doing. So. Could you post the songs so we can print the music? Right. So that's kind of what I was saying there. Is I can't distribute like printed music because I would have to work that. I'm trying actually to get more rights with YouTube. They kind of work out their own licenses, so I'm able to do that there. But these places that I link to in the description, they do have the copyright. So sometimes they allow you to print it, sometimes they don't. There's a few different sites out there that kind of will display the words in the chords. In the future, I just realized that like some of them allow you to print, some of them don't. And so in the future, I'm going to really try and use link back to sites that do allow you to print so that you can have that. Okay, go ahead and put in your final questions, and then I'm going to end the stream here for this week. Okay, yeah, Ultimate Guitar. That's one of the sites there. So, although my understanding is you have to have an account with them to print. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. Thank you guys for coming. If I didn't end up answering your question, just send me an email. I'll try and get that to you. I will see you guys next week.